All right, guys, you're back again, and welcome to another insightful episode of Bamboo Street. Apparently, some people have lost their goddamn minds. But on second thought, the report is in that Americans burned their passport for UK citizenship. Now, in the back of my mind, when I heard that, I felt like they were all crazy. But then when I just thought about it a second ago, I think it was the inclusion people that did it. Because the UK is very inclusive to all that kind of behavior.
Yeah. The UK is lost, man.
Because Trump ain't having this inclusion.
They've been lost forever.
He ain't having no trans rats.
Yeah.
He ain't having no trans music support.
The UK
He cutting all that out. But the UK is all for it. All for it. Anyway, Walter, do your thing, man.
The UK is on the. I was talking to Richard the other day, conversation for something or another day. Record number of Americans applied for UK citizenship after re-election of Trump. More than 6,100 US citizens applied for UK citizenship last year, the most since records began in 2004, when fewer than 3,000 Americans submitted an application, according to data from the UK Home Office. Last year, numbers also saw a marked uptick from 2023, a year with fewer than 5,000 applications by US citizens. Applications by Americans soared in the last 3 months of 2024, when more than 1,700 people applied, the most in any quarter for the past 2 decades. So what that tells me is you scared of Trump, but you go to do you know in the UK if you post a meme you're gonna get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
You can post anything on social media criticizing LGBT, religion, the prime minister.
Yeah, but that is good for the LGBT community. Because, recently Trump get rid of them from the military. He cleaned up the military. He cleaned up the funds that they were giving out, like a lot of the people. And I figured that number is just about maybe that same group of people. Okay, I got fired. My LGBT funding ain't there anymore.
Yeah.
There's no reason for me to be in the US. Because right now, I think it's the best time to be a U.S. citizen because Trump is pro-America.
Yeah.
But he's not pro-trans. So the only reason for you to burn your passport and move to the U.K. is because you're probably pro-trans.
Yeah, but I really don't know the alternative or like the benefit of getting a UK citizenship in 2025, where like record number millionaires are living in the UK. The taxes are as high as ever. Crime is through the roof. You can't even wear a Rolex watch in London. People are gonna stab you for it. So I don't see the benefit of holding Richard in like it when I say.
But they get inclusion though.
That you get.
They'll get their inclusion. They'll get to participate in sports. They'll get to be in the military. They'll get to dance and parade the street, because to me in the UK that side is way more open. I think it started there, like it was it's more popular on that side.
Yeah, but they don't really have laws. They, unlike in the US where you have the freedom to operate these things, in the UK the freedom is a little limited, just that the government doesn't care if you do it or not.
Yes.
But they don't have laws that allow it. It's not enforced. So yeah, you might have a leeway down there, but the taxes though, you still have to pay taxes.
Yeah, but I think after they get the leeway, they're gonna push for the stance. Just wait. Few months from now, you're gonna hear, oh, the trans people want their rights now.
Yeah.
So it's like after they open the door and they settle in and they pay a couple tax, they'll start asking for their rights, man. Just wait for it.
Yeah, it is crazy. But what citizenship would you rather want? The UK or the US?
Well, it's obvious it's better to have the US citizenship. Better jobs, better opportunity, better stock market, a bigger economy. Even the price of land and living and everything is more. Like there's all kind of different sectors, and if there's one country most country fear is the US.
Yeah,
it's like they're the country that beat up or take advantage of other countries. Even like little Ukraine have their little uranium, trying to find someone to buy it, and you can't really choose your buyers.
Yeah.
It's like the buyers have to choose you.
Yeah.
It's like, so you going to the UK is like, yeah, the UK has a lot of power, but then the UK is also another small guy that had their time in the past and is not really trending up. They're actually trending down. So
yeah, they have a elective government that arrest anybody that criticize them. Taxes, the weather is
if
bad.
you realize the UK's policy is more like the Democratic Party's policy.
Yeah,
like recently they're friends with everybody and giving away everything.
Yeah.
Because like before they were more like the Republicans, like conquerors and accumulating wealth. Yeah. But recently over the years they've been relinquishing wealth. Like giving it back. That's the Democratic Party's way of life.
They said the inclusion is the best way of life. So the mayor of London is a Muslim, and so the UK has changed.
And then, which also leads me to believe that the Pope is messed up. The Pope is probably gay too. Like to me, like you always hear a lot of talks about these things growing up as kids, but I don't have any evidence or anything to back it. But for like, I feel like that country, that economy, that system is better for those people from that community.
Even a UK citizens don't like UK. Yeah, so that should tell you a lot. Richard, I don't want to hear this.
Plus, you don't want to live in the UK. It's bleak like
yeah, the weather
rain all the time, unless you like rain.
Yeah,
and like the darkness. If you realize people in the UK, they're not that happy all the time. They're like always,
gloomy, man. They don't want to
have some tea. Yeah, they're like always bleak.
Yeah,
a bit bleak.
It's I don't know, man.
It's like
I really don't get it. But anyway, hopefully they meet the Somalis taking over Birmingham and all these other places. Hopefully they meet them, because they've been friendly to us immigrants lately. And you've heard about the gang grooming and child rapes and everything. Yeah.
But then again, they probably like the cold. The UK is cold as balls, man.
They probably like the cold.
Yeah, the cold probably do you well, because to me in the cold weather, there's only one thing I want to do: stay indoors.
Yeah.
And get my freak on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
UK is so bad that they have an island. They have an island off the coast of Mauritania. That the people complain, I think we want our island back. And the UK just decided. So this island is shared between the UK and the US for military purposes, because it's in the Gulf of India. So it's closer to maybe China and all these other countries. UK just decided, because the people said, you used to be slave traders in the past, so UK doesn't want their feelings hurt. So they were like, you want the island? The people were like, yeah, we want the island. So okay, you can have the island.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's a Democratic Party, man.
They say you can have the island. But Joe Biden's like, where do I sign? And Joe Biden signed off on it. Until Trump came, they were supposed to relinquish the island January 21st, a day after Trump's inauguration. Because Biden has already signed it. And Trump was like, hell no, you are not giving up that island.
You're taking it back.
You're taking the island back. Because
we
guess
need to
what?
get taxes from that.
Yeah, guess who was lacking behind? Because China wanted the island. Like, okay, if you don't want it, I'll have it. Yo, man, this UK, bro. UK, man.
Yeah. But I like the UK though, because they always been supportive to my little country. So
okay. Never been
they're not all bad, but if you're talking about dominance and power, and I have an option to choose, I definitely choose the US because they're more dominant and more powerful.
Yeah, the UK politics.
But UK is also a good place to live. Like, if you want to just chill. Yeah, it's probably a good place.
I think
to
the
live.
UK has cut a lot of people in terms of being expressive. It's like in this world, you have to have an opinion, and your opinion has to be really strong. If you don't like a certain group of people, you have to say, yo, I don't like these guys right here. The UK have taken that privilege away from the people to the extent that Richard was telling me. She's like, I know he's going to be paged, but fuck it. He's like, yo, there's this guy following with machete. And it used to be one. Now they brought like a bunch of people. Now they've owned houses, and now if you walk down the street, it's like you are scared because you like these people. You don't want to say much because you are afraid they're gonna attack you. So I'm like, so who are these people? Are they from Africa? And it's like, no. I'm like, so Richard, where are they from? Richard's like, I don't want to say, it's gonna sound racist. I'm like, you talking to me? Like, what do you mean it's gonna sound? It's not like you're talking to the world. You're talking to me. What do you mean it's gonna? If it's from Ghana, just say it's from Ghana. I said, no, it's not from Africa. So are they Muslims? He said, I don't want to say it. See what your government has done to you. They chop up your balls. You know, you can't even say. Yo, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, maybe the phone is tapped, man.
Oh, really?
They're listening to the conversation, bro. You know, like normally you worry about if I text it, okay, then the AI bots is gonna find it. But now they probably so deep that you can't say it, bro.
Oh, they arrested a guy.
You can't say it, man.
He said the guy was standing in front of an abortion clinic, right? So the police came. They said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm just standing." And the guy was like, "Standing doing what?" And the guy is like, "Praying." And the guy is like, the police was like, "Praying in your head because I can't hear anything." So he said, "I'm praying in my head." Oh, he got arrested for praying in his head. They said you cannot pray in your head. It's against the law. Hold on, you think I'm lying? Man arrested at abortion clinic.
Maybe because they're worried about what kind of prayers you saying, man. You can't say something prayers in the
See, praying man breach abortion clinic safe zone. So you are just praying.
Oh, he wasn't the safe. He passed the safe zone, man.
No, it's not. There was no boundaries. Because people come there to stand there and protest. So they say, okay, you can protest from here. It's not like they have a fence or anything.
Oh, I get what you mean. It's like you're chasing away the people who probably want to abort their children, making them feel guilty by you praying. So you can't pray there. So you gotta go somewhere else and pray.
Yeah, you have to. But then, even if you are not praying out loud, and he said, "What are you doing?" They asked, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm praying." They said, "But I can't hear anything." And the guy is like,
yeah, but then again, if you're just standing in front of an abortion clinic like that and you're not saying anything, you're praying in your mind, you look like a stalker, though.
Yeah, so
you look like a stalker for real.
Yeah, but
it make people feel uncomfortable because there's also a woman that needs to go there, right?
Yeah.
So you know how it is with women. You can't just stare at them for more than 3 seconds and not say anything. That'll get you locked up too.
But what happens to free? It's not like you are attacking the building. It's just across the street. And guess what?
Yeah, but
a road divides the
yeah, but then you look like, okay, how do those people plan their bombing? Yeah, they go and they stand there and they watch across the street. How would you know? It's like I understand, like with him because you look like a stalker, man. You look like a freak doing that kind of thing. You're not saying anything. You're just standing there and you're watching the building. And then what people do in that building. Maybe that person is probably Arabic. You know, they just probably wear a vest and just run across the street and say their words and boom, everybody gone.
UK, man, I would not want to live there, bro. They will get arrested for anything.
Well, I mean, they probably have the extremes, but the one with the guy looking across the street, I don't support that, man. That's it wouldn't be a cool feeling for a woman.
Yeah.
For a guy, you probably want to, this guy probably want to kill me.
True.
Imagine this guy just standing across the street and just watching over here. And he ain't doing nothing. He ain't singing, he ain't shouting, he ain't looking for a cab. He just standing there and he's yo, that's your life will definitely feel threatened.
Yeah. UK, bro. UK, man. Because UK, they've imported. This is what I think, right? It gets to a time where you've imported a bunch of people that don't know.
You spoil your economy.
Yeah, like what Trump is doing. Like, you say, okay, you have 5 million? Okay.
Yeah, well, Trump now is trying to import the rich people. People with 5 million and maybe make they stay like 2-3 years. Okay, you can get citizenship now, but by that time, they already give you 15 million.
Look at that.
15 million go towards, what's that? The inflation. Bring down that ball. And then that same person, as you say, he's going to be creating jobs. Yeah. Creating jobs. Less unemployment.
We are in China, right? Everybody assimilates. Like, there's a Chinese person up, there's a Chinese person down. So there's an assimilation going on. In the UK, it's like everybody have their own bubble, sort of, and they don't even speak English. They don't want to learn English. They think learning English is against their religion, against their laws. What do? In a generation, you're going to lose all your cultural values. You're going to lose the language. People are not going to... It's like, you go to France. If you go to France tomorrow, what do you expect to see? You expect to see some French.
But even in China, like, to be successful in China, you must know some Chinese.
You must know some Chinese. And you go to these countries, people don't even speak the language. Do you think, okay, look at it. Which country's civilization is going to vanish in the next 100 years? Chinese civilization, or the people, or the whole of Europe?
Well, I think Chinese culture is intact. They ain't moving anywhere.
They ain't moving nowhere. You can't
ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Even Japan's culture is kind of intact. They ain't moving anytime soon. It's like they still got their values and stuff in there. I mean, they change a bit, they adapt a bit, but the cores are still there.
The core is
But like in other cultures, I think it's also to do with the language. Because in order to fully integrate into China's economy and become part of the community, you must learn the language. You don't have a choice, because most of the people you meet on the street, even if you want to have a good time, there's only so much hey, hello you can say, and you guys can be like literal friends. Because once you go into that intellectual deep friendship bond, in order to get in there, you gotta be able to speak the language.
It's because the country think allowing people to do whatever they do. It's like, okay, the liberal democracies has always been like this. Okay, you set up your own shop here, have your own little Sharia law there. Like, I thought we are in the UK. Sharia law is supposed to be in the Middle East.
And then China also smart about it in the way that how they had their policies before. Even if you're a foreigner moving in, you build a business, you still need to have a Chinese partner.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things that kept the culture intact, because then a foreigner can just say, okay, I'm going to come here and not learn anything.
Nah. I don't want to come to China in the next 100 years and see all Ghanaians.
In order for me to, if I was able to have my business by myself without a partner. I could come here and decide I don't want to learn anything. I have my translator. They translate. I come and go as I please. It's like my culture doesn't change.
And you have to make sure you hire.
And I'm implementing my culture on the people because I'll probably make them learn English as part of the job requirement. But because I have a Chinese partner, I need to be up to date with everything because
the rules, the law,
normally I don't really know that person, but we gotta be partners. I gotta make sure he's not screwing me over. So just on that note, you want to learn as much as you can. You need to be around. You need to socialize. You need to have communications, and just because of that, you're learning already.
The UK doesn't want that. Even Sweden, that used to be very peaceful, they imported a bunch of. I was talking to this Somali guy. I'm like, you guys have destroyed Sweden. They imported a bunch of Somalis from Africa. They just destroyed the whole peaceful country. Now they have guns, shoot out on the street. I'm like, Sweden used to be peaceful a decade ago. What happened? Liberal democracy. You want to care for? You want Somalis in your country? You see what they did to Somalia? See what people think I'm being an asshole or being a coon. I don't want to come to China and see all Ghanaians. I don't want that.
But it's kind of impossible, though.
That's what I'm saying. But this is what is happening in this country.
It's impossible. Like, there's a bit more black people in China than before. Like, if you were to go to maybe Guangzhou side, because over there is more open up. But still, China is still a billion to a billion to millions. It's virtually like impossible. And then even for a foreigner, when you come here, the thing that is hard for most people is that you must integrate.
You must.
Because of the language. The language kind of help these countries to remain what they are.
And you can't even form your own community.
Because, like, for example, let's say you come in illegally, right? What is the best jobs you can do? Dishwasher, all these things.
Even that they don't allow you to.
You can't really do that because you don't speak Chinese. You know, it's like all those like illegal immigrant jobs is not really easy for someone who don't speak ABCD to do. You know, and then the pay is not that well.
Nah, nobody.
That those low level jobs, most people don't want to do it either way. So
and
it helps.
And then you are not going to come to China and say, okay, all the Africans are going to live here, or all the Ghanaians are going to live in this building. Even the building owner is not going to rent it out that way, right?
Yeah, because the next thing they're going to... You know what happens if too much black people step into an elevator? They feel like...
you see. So
they're going to beat me.
So
it's like SOS alert, don't enter.
Chinese are going to keep their civilization intact. When Europe is destroyed, Japan is going to keep theirs. Even Singapore is going to keep theirs. These countries are going to keep their culture and everything. Most of these European countries, their culture is being eroded. And you know what the Saudi Arabia and the Middle East are doing very good? You can go to Saudi Arabia, they allow everybody to come, you can invest, do everything. You know what they don't give you?
What?
They don't give you no goddamn citizenship. So whatever you do, you can never become a citizen. So you see,
you just go and you leave.
You
can invest, you can buy, you can, we don't care because we just want your money.
And guess what they tell them? You commit a crime, you are out. It doesn't matter how much you invest in the country, you commit a crime. It's just the same in China. You commit a crime, you are out. You get arrested, you are out.
Non-criminal record.
But in these European countries and they don't care. You come in there, go. You can't. You have you changed?
They don't deport you.
They don't deport you, and they wonder why crime is rising. Anyway, man.
They should just do like Ecuador, man. If they do like Ecuador, the crime will drop faster than fleas, man.
Oh, that's El Salvador.
Yeah, El Salvador, man. Not Ecuador.
You seen the prison, right? You seen the prison.
100 in a room. That's crazy. Imagine 100 people in a room.
And they hate.
That is really hard, because in China, right? You go to a classroom, you don't even see 100 people in a classroom, bro.
Nah, that guy is so smart. He signed a deal with Trump for Trump to import all the badass criminals to his jail.
Yep.
And guess what the Americans are saying? No, man, come on.
I don't want to go there.
No,
I don't want to go there,
You
bro.
don't go in there. It says against our constitutional right.
He gave them options. It's either there or they go to Guantanamo
Yeah.
Bay. Both of them are not good options.
No, they are not good. And now they were like, criminals are not crying for their constitutional right.
So then,
And-
you remember I watched a video and the guy from St. Kitts, he was like, I ain't going back.
I ain't
Trump was
going
like,
back,
okay,
man.
you're not going back. You're going to...
It said, I like Biden.
Yo,
Yeah,
yo, imagine you say you're not going back. Okay, sure, no problem. We're not sending you back. We're sending you to
Guantanamo Bay, man.
Guantanamo Bay or El Salvador. You
Nobody
choose.
wants El Salvador, man. No, even
I was like, okay, Guantanamo Bay.
yeah, yeah. Cause that guy, man. Even the U.S. was. Can you imagine? Joe Biden was crying about MS-13 and the crime rate in El Salvador, and the guy can clean up the street. And Joe Biden and the Democrat were crying that he's abusing human rights. I'm like, yo, do you want crime?
Because to me, the people who he locking up, they look like criminals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not to say like,
Joe Biden just doesn't like it.
yeah.
He doesn't like. He said he's like.
So as I said, man, the Democratic Party, there's some special people. If you're a criminal, you definitely love them
Yeah.
because it works out in your favor. But for law-abiding citizens who want to follow and just live a nice, peaceful life and pay taxes and stuff, you don't want that, man.
Nah.
You want someone like Trump because
You want Trump.
they make your life much more peaceful and livable.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, with all the things that Trump is doing, once you put a little effort into it, you should be able to make some decent money and live a decent life as a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, nobody wants crime around, man. Don't you feel happy like in China, walk around 2, 3 a.m., nobody cares?
Honestly, I never even thought about crime in China.
Look at that. Who doesn't want to live in a society like that?
Imagine there was one time I got wasted in a club. I went down to the first floor and I passed out right in the lobby.
Gee.
And my friend came down later on and found me right there.
That's China, man. Like, yo, like, don't.
I was out cold, man. I was out cold.
Nobody touched your phone, nothing. It's
My
like,
phone was still there.
Yeah. It's like, this shit is crazy.
People
man.
probably walked by, and the first thing they probably do, pull out their phone, take some video, take some photos. Oh, this foreigner.
Yeah.
I probably, like, one day I'm going to see myself in the
Doing a
news
video.
somewhere, in some video, and oh, yeah, that was me.
China, man. Imagine, bro. Imagine
But,
the crime.
I mean, there's little crimes here, like, straight up, there's little pocket theft.
Yeah, but it's everywhere.
I got robbed, like, during my first set of years, like, before I used to have my wallet in my back pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, and I stepped out the bus.
But it's not
Gone.
rampant. That
It's like, but
those ones just.
that
happen
was
to you
that was
once.
like stupidity too, because
Yeah.
that was things I used to do back home. But you live around, you adapt, and right now, since everything went to virtual like phone,
Nobody's carrying cash. Nobody's
no one
wallet.
carrying cash and wallet anymore. Is like those kind of theft went down.
Yeah.
But I think now they're going into the tech theft. I think like just the other day I nearly got robbed.
Somebody sent you a message.
No, I was like in Bell Tower,
Okay.
that area. And then this girl walk up to me and was like, oh, we have this activity with our school and we need you to add the school account, and it's like something that you have to do, and like please.
To your WeChat. Or
Yeah.
just add it.
So
Okay.
I think it was like, okay, it was that simple. All right. I was like, okay, feeling pity. Then she added. Then she was like, hold on. You need to add something else. Start installing another app.
Okay, man.
And then, okay, it was one of those video apps. Okay, then I realized she's recording the information like to the account. Then she was like, there's one more. I was like, you know what? You know when you get that instinct of you feel something wrong, and because she was like, okay, let me do it for you because it would be faster. And I was rushing at that time.
You gave your phone to her?
Yeah, she had my phone, but I was watching what she was doing, and I realized she was trying to talk and distract me.
Oh shit!
And then I realized she scanned some code from her phone. I think that's where the trick play was.
Okay.
Use the WeChat to scan a code there. After that, man, I went through my phone and I delete almost every recent activity, man. But I think that was a scam because even when I was trying to take my phone, when someone like, this is my phone, but try to take it.
He's holding on to it.
Like, hold it tight, like,
what the
yo,
fuck? Like fucking hell.
I was like, all right, lesson well learned. Never ever again.
Yeah.
Never ever again. Screw being the good Samaritan. I'll be an asshole.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking about being nice. Because at first I wasn't thinking about, I'm not gonna scan any code. Right? Because she just searched the school account and then download. But then she went further than that.
Yeah.
So I realized that was like a distraction. And then trying to have a conversation with you, more distractions to get deeper and deeper and do what they really want to do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's like these days they have the saying, don't scan any QR codes.
Yeah.
Because when I went through my phone, the WeChat stuff, I saw some stuff I think is probably weird. Like those mini apps inside of mini apps, trying to maybe put one in there. But anyway, I got rid of everything. So far, so good. But you never know, man.
Yeah, I know, man.
You never know.
We live in a wild world, man.
So
anyway,
now they take their game to another level.
Yeah, but
even though it was one time, someone also tried to work another stunt on me and my girlfriend, pretend to be, like the internet company.
Yeah.
And giving out the router and some router. iPad for free.
Damn.
But what they really want to do is to come into your house and install the router. So that router is probably one of those routers that
they see everything that
they're getting all your data. It's collecting data. It's not really like so when they're ready to hack, they do one hack and everybody will have it.
Yeah, that's messed up.
But they pretend, we're giving away this iPad, blah, 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 blah. But they want to set a date for them to come in and put the router in.
Damn.
And also it's like the same thing. While you're talking to them, they're trying to distract you. I realize that's something that is going on with these cons these days. They're talking to you, but at the same time, it's not really they're talking to you to get the answers from you. They're talking to you to get you happy and comfortable and relaxed so that you wouldn't pay attention to what they really want to do.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, guys, enough of all of this. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Put your comments in the comment section. Peace and love, and see you guys in the next one. Bless.